Hi my loves, how's it going? How you guys doing? Welcome if you're new, welcome back. If you've seen me before, it's time for my first update for my 50 Shades of Blue. I am a mess and I'm so sorry about that. I was supposed to do blue eyeshadows because I did say that if I do a video for this, please like shout at me if I'm not wearing blue eyeshadow. But life has really been, how do you say it, dragging me through the trenches, and it's as if it keeps throwing 10-ton lorries in my direction. So things have been a little bit mad and I have to like really rush this update because I don't want to like delay it, and then when I fall off on my own self-imposed time frame, it really throws me off. So I'm going to try and be quick with this. I also just want to mention that I think this has about a month and a week worth of updating it, so there's probably just slightly more usage with some of these products than there would have been if it was just like a monthly update, to be fair. But hopefully from next month it will sort of balance itself out, to be honest. But yeah, let's just get right into the update. I want to get my empties over and done with first because that's something that I do prefer to do. First thing is this Peter Thomas Roth hydrating body cream. I took this out with me when we went for a wedding. We had to stay away for a little while. This lasted me maybe like 2.5 uses, like 2 full body uses, and like another like time I could just use half of it on my body, which is fine. And then it did the job. It was a small like travel size thing, so it was perfect for me to use while I was away. And when I did return, I did also get some use out of this too. I just wanted to go ahead and buy this again. I don't really support the brand. I know that has something to do with the stain files, so yeah, I'm just no, that's like a major no for me. So yeah, I'm just glad this is done and I cannot wait to recycle this. I had rolled in so many nail polishes and this was one of them, and the goal was to hit 5 uses. This is from Lottie London and this is Girl By. I'm not gonna lie, this was not it. I would do my nails like this and they would chip within the first day, and I could maybe go like 3 days with like kind of chipped nail polish and I would have to take it off because it would like drive me insane. So I was like constantly painting my nails with this, and I decided to just focus in on one thing at a time because I think it'll be a lot easier for me to get like targeted use out of these. This isn't the best formula. I kind of want to get rid of it, to be fair, but I really did like this effect that the other nail polish did when I used to use this. But I just don't think it's worth having if the quality of the polish is so bad. I don't have a top coat, which I know that having the top coat would be really useful, but I don't really currently want to spend any money where I don't have to because I'm already really struggling at the moment with trying to clear off my debt as well. So I really want to focus in on that one, but this quality was just so abysmal that I just want to get rid of it. I really did like the color though. I think the color was kind of fun, and it's a nice sort of like summery shade, but it's just the fact that it just chips so easily, it really was frustrating. So I think I'm gonna just get rid of this. There's no point in me keeping it, but I did manage to take 5 uses. The amount of times I took my nail polish off to do it again was just like a piss take, and there'll be days where like parts of it would completely go and I was like, you know what, let me just hit the 5 uses where I like take off all my polish, do it again when all my nails were looking like really bad and I would have to redo my like manicure. And then I was like, you know what, no, after the next update I'm gonna get rid of it. So that's the decision with this. It's gonna go. I had rolled in a bunch of stickers to use on my face, and these are the Starface ones. You'll see the rest of it later, but I have managed to use up 1 pack or 1 sheet of these. I had a feeling that I might forget to save these, but I've been trying really hard to remember doing that, and I've not had to use any apart from this one, except for now because I'm on back of my period and I'm breaking out like insane. Like this one is so angry. I've got loads of breakouts on my chin because I waxed my face the other day, and for some reason after a really long time my face has started that it's just gonna like break out everywhere, which is amazing for me because why not. And on this cheek as well, so I've got loads like really angry like pus filled breakouts. So I'm gonna have a field day with these today, tomorrow and the day after, and I'm sure I'm gonna get through a few more sheets. The next update will have a few more empties, but yeah, since last update I do have 1 empty sheet. And with makeup I did actually manage to use hit goal on one of them. This was to hit 5 uses, and I'm not gonna lie, the more I used it, the more I realized I think I might need to throw this palette away because the quality wasn't really quite there. I mean, the shades are beautiful, don't get me wrong, like that is a gorgeous palette. I did actually enjoy using them, but I just feel like some of the shimmers were really dry in here and the mattes are quite deep for me to use. I'm not really that experienced with using deeper shadows because I feel like when it's something really light you can get away with using it and that's absolutely fine, but when it comes to deeper shadows they are less forgiving, and that's one thing that I've kind of really struggled with. Also in my other project pan I've got my Beauty Bay's like slick like silvery liquid eyeshadow. A lot of the times I would pair this with this palette and that's how I managed to get my uses up. But it is a beautiful palette, there's some beautiful shades in there, but I'm just contemplating actually getting rid of some of these shimmers and only keeping some of them, because as you can see, like I had to really like press in to some of these because they're like really drying out. But for now, I've hit amount of 5 uses. I can put this away, and this is gonna be a problem. Wow, this is gonna be a problem for future me, and I'm okay with. The product that I mainly used with the other Lottie London polish was this Lottie London polish. This is the shade Secure the Bag, and it just looks so beautiful. On its own, I wouldn't use it, but I do love topping up like other polishes with this, and it's really nice, and I really enjoy this. I will keep this. I mean, it's still, again, not the best quality, but it's a really thin layer of this that I put. Even this polish has chipped, but it's not to the capacity that the other one did, and I managed to hit 6 out of 10 uses in this. 5 uses was with that Lottie London polish, and the 1 use was with the one I'm going to show you next, and the rest of the 4 uses I'm going to get by using up that polish too, which is great. At least that way I know that it will be something that I can use up, and that's fine. But I do think I'm going to be able to get through the rest of this, either, okay, maybe not by next update, but definitely by the following one in June. No, that's a lie, we're in May, but I think by July's update this should be done. Another polish in this collection is the Essie Saltwater Happy, and I actually really like this shade. It's beautiful, and it's such a fun, like, summery shade to use, or even in the winter, I guess. But this is a really nice, like, pastel blue, and I've always enjoyed using this. Also, these polishes are so old at this point that it just doesn't make sense for me to like keep hold of them, so I might as well get use out of them where I can. So I've been using this up. I've only had 1 use though since I rolled it in, which I'm absolutely fine with, because I was focusing on the other one. At least with this one, I think I can get a few more uses, or at least quite a few more days before I need to change my manicure, which is great for me. But yeah, I don't know if I'll necessarily be able to get this done by next update, but definitely by July this should be gone. I'm gonna just try and get the skincare stuff out, because that's everything to be used up. The first thing is this giant thing here. This is the Vital Baby cleansing water. I just decanted this big thing into here, and I've done it once, and I think I'm close to being needing to do it again. Basically, it's the in-between step from when I'm done washing my face to then before my toner, because it just adds a bit of like wetness back to my face before I can use toner, and then it allows the toner to sit a lot better on my skin. I literally just rolled this in the other day because I had another one of these to use up, and the goal was that once that one's done, I can then move on to this one, because that already had so much use on it. It didn't really make sense for me to like stop using that to use this one. That would have been really silly. At least that way that gets moved out to my inventory, and I can now focus on this one. So I've used this maybe like for actually I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 days. Like, my brain is so frazzled, so I don't really know the exact like time frame, but I know I've used this at least once, and I can focus in on this one for now going forward. So yeah, this will take me a few months to use, because it is actually quite big. I have a fragrance in here too. This is the Davidoff Cool Water. This is not the typical one, because this symbol here is supposed to represent like one of the different smells within this like cool water thing, I think, at least from what I have understood. And you can't find this anywhere because unfortunately it's discontinued, but I think that's ridiculous, because it's actually such a beautiful scent and I love it so much. But I made like the tiniest progress. I don't know if you can be able to see that. It's like a really tiny line between since the intro to now, but I have so many perfumes in various like project pans. So I've got 1 in my beauty set, I've got 1 in here, and I've got like 5 in my writing project pan over on TikTok. So it can be a bit difficult to like balance everything out, but I'm trying to use what I can when I can. But at least there is some progress, so it does make me think that maybe by the end of this project pan, which is next year in April, I should hopefully be done with this perfume. Another 2 products I've used, but it's going to be really hard for me to sort of make progress line on. One of them is the Paula Choice Barrier Repair Advanced Moisturizer. This is okay, but I feel like sometimes it just like burns my skin, and I don't understand why. It does the same thing even if I don't put anything else on my skin beforehand. So I don't really believe I'm going to be buying this one again, because what do you mean it stings my face whenever I use it? And it is like new as well, so I'm really confused with that. But it only does that sometimes, so that's why I'm just like, what the hell is going on? But once I use it up, I'm not going to buy this one again. I do have other barrier repair products from K-Beauty, which I think they're more likely products that I'm going to buy again. This one just not really for me, but do you know what, it's fine. At least I can focus in on this for now to use it up. And then another moisturizer is this one from Toucher. This is the Indigo Overnight Repair one, and I actually really like this one. This one feels really nice and hydrating on the skin. A little does go a long way. I mean, to be fair, I would use a lot more, but I'm very aware of how expensive Toucher is, and that's the only thing that's making me not use this like crazy. But that's all I have left, and I it's really not much. I think by next update this will be done, and I'm looking forward to that because this has honestly been something that I've really enjoyed using whenever I do remember to use it between my various products in the evening. But I do like this and definitely can see myself buying that one if I ever do have that amount of disposable income, because No Touch is quite an expensive brand. But if I ever do have the money, like, yes, I'm gonna be buying that one. Next are these stars. So I pulled in 10 sheets in total. I used one up and I'm using this one now. So I've used half of this one, which means I have 8 full sheets to go through. But I think by next update I'm gonna be having like a few empties, because like I mentioned, I've got quite a few breakouts. This one's like mad angry, so I'm pretty sure with tonight and tomorrow and maybe another day I will get through quite a few of these, because I get really bad breakouts when I'm on my period, which there's nothing really I can do about that, but I guess it is what it is. So yeah, I can get a few of those sheets used up. Now I want to skip to all the other makeup products in here that I think that I've used. There might be 1 or 2 more that I've maybe used but just forgotten about, but these are the ones that I've used that I can at least remember using. First thing I will talk about is this ABH palette. So the goal is just to hit either 25 uses or use up the blue shimmer in here. And since last update, I've actually used this twice, and that was both times. I think once was when I used a different shade, I don't remember, and the other time was when I went to a wedding, but I'm pretty sure I had a third use somewhere in there, but I'm just gonna stick with 2 because that's what I actually marked down in my like counter app. So 2 out of 25 uses isn't really that bad. The only problem is though, this shade that's broken, it does like kind of shatter and go everywhere. That's a shade that I've used twice, but it's fine. I think for now I've managed to press it in tight enough that it's not going to be exploding everywhere, so that's a good sign, which means I can use the rest of this palette as and when I want, because it is actually a really beautiful palette. I do love this, and I can't wait to get some more use out of this palette. So yeah, I'm really liking this. I think this is actually a really nice palette that they made, and I would, if I was to start my collection again, this is definitely something I would add. But 2 out of 25 really isn't that bad considering how many different eyeshadows I have that I'm trying to like rotate through. I did pull in a lot of single shadows, and of all of those that I've pulled in, I've only used 2, and both of these are from Colourpop, and they both have 1 use, and it's because I use them together. So I think I may have actually used a brown when I use these, from what I can remember. So I used this one all over the lid, and that's what this looks like. It's actually a really beautiful shade. I really like this. And then I used the deep blue as a eyeliner, and I like that too, because at least that got me to use this up, and there's some kind of like usage in this, which is nice. I think next time I'll swap this around and I'll try and use this all over the lid, and then maybe use this as like a topper shade, or maybe focusing on like individual uses on these. But these are not bad. I do like the Super Shock Shadow formula, but then I also realized I do really like something that's like really intensely shimmery, so I don't really know how much use I'm going to get out of these, because I have decluttered a lot in the past where they have dried out too, so I'm not in the market to buy any more, just because I'm already struggling using up my current arsenal. So yeah, I don't really know about that, but 1 use each is actually not that bad, considering that I've never, like, I haven't used these, I think, since I actually got them. The only thing I've done is swatch them. So I also used this up once. I think last time I rolled it in, I did actually realize it was completely dried out, but I watched Paula's video and she said that she just adds a tiny bit of water to these types of products, and then they tend to work really nicely. And I did that, and I did rehydrate this, and it looked really beautiful, and I got to use it. So I'm still going to keep this around, but I did get 1 use out of this product, and I don't remember how I used this, or when I used it, or like what look I did to I really need to start taking photos of my makeup, but I didn't actually like using this. I think I'm going to need to add a bit more water now, because I'm pretty sure since the last update, or since the last time I actually added water, it's dried out again. But it's actually quite a nice product, and of the 3 that I have of those potions, that's the only one that's dried, and I think this is the shade Dreamer. But yeah, no, I really did like that, but I just need to like remember to use it a little bit more. This Kaleidos powder I've rolled in here, and I want to use this up completely, but I already have a current powder that I'm trying to use. Since the last since the last video, I've managed to hit 3 uses in here, and I just want to see how many uses it takes for me to use up this product. 3 uses isn't really that bad. I mean, I did take this product with me to the wedding because it's a lot more compact than my other powder. My other powder is like quite chunky, and it just didn't make sense for me to take it because it's really hard to travel with so many different things, and I have so many like bits that I needed for makeup that it just didn't make sense. So I tried to grab this one with me, and I did use it a few times, so I'm really happy with that. Sticking to Kaleidos, I did roll in a couple of highlighters, but of all of them I just use this one. This is the Skywalker one, and I've used this one twice. So this is what this one looks like. It is a really nice highlighter. I'm not gonna lie, I really like this, but I managed to get 2 uses on here, which isn't that bad, but it's also not the greatest, if you know what I mean. Whenever I try to use, like, if I'm using blue eyeshadow in any capacity, I'm always trying to use one of these blue toned highlighters or any highlighters from this project pan, because I feel like that's a good way for me to get use out of these. But 2 uses isn't the best, but it is nice that I've actually managed to get some use out of it. I have 2 products in here from Flower Nose, and one of them is this blush, and the reason I got this in here was because 1, the actual blush has a bit of blue, and then 2, the packaging has blue in it too. So I did use it, and the blue actually shows up as blue, which is crazy because that means that I have to be really careful with how I use this. But I think what I'm going to end up having to do is frankening a lot of these blushes together that I have from Flower Nose, because these are not the right shade for me. This is just for funsies, I'm not gonna lie. I did recently use that one, so I know that this won't take me forever to use if I was just to franken, like, just completely like destroy this and mix the 2 shades together, which is definitely a possibility or something that I could consider doing. I don't know if I'm gonna do that though. It's fine, it is what it is, but this is what it's looking like. But I did get 1 out of 5 uses in here, and I only wanted to do 5 uses because I have so many other blushes that I'm focusing on and so many other products that I actually want to use up. So it's nice just to get some level of use out of some of the other things. 5 uses, I feel like it's more than enough. Another product from Flower Nose is this a lip gloss. It's what I'm wearing today. It's just like gone a little bit off my lips. It was fine. I've used this like 2 times now, and the first time it smelled fine. Today it stinks. So I don't know what that is about. So I'll see if when I use it next time, if that's how it still smells. I might have to get rid of that, which is a shame because I spent a lot of money on Flower Nose and now I regret my decision very daily. But it is still a nice gloss. I have enjoyed using this the 2 times. I've done like some really like warm tone looks, so that's been kind of fun. So hopefully I can get that one done soon as well at some point. I have this eye duo thing. One side has a liner and the other side has a actual like multi-chrome pencil for the waterline. So that's like the really thin liner that NYX is known for, and then on this side is the actual like thing, and I really like this shade. Oh my god, it's so nice. That's beautiful, really is beautiful. I've used this once, which really again isn't that bad. The goal is just to use this 5 times, which is so easy and it's durable, but I was focusing on a few other things. I didn't really get around to doing that, but yeah, this is definitely something that I can hit the goal on very, very soon. The last product I want to share is this like lip oil with you guys. So this one is from Blend Money, and I have been using this one occasionally when I want to like make my looks a little bit more like grayer or like more muted if I don't like how my lip color looks. And I've used this quite a few times. As you can see, like that is a good amount of progress. The thing that I found though is the dough foot on this is so thick, like it's really chunky, and I don't like that about this one. And aside from that, I have to apply gloss from the tip rather than the front of this, which is that part. I've got to just apply it from the tip, which is a bit mad. That's a bit crazy. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. But at least I've got some progress on here. I think that's everything for now because I am really feeling it and it's getting really hot in my room. And I kind of want to call it done here. But hopefully next update, I'm able to like maybe do things a little bit better for you guys and get some more use out of these, because I do have a feeling that a few more of these will be moving out next month when I kind of get a little bit better at like a routine But yeah, that's everything for today. I'm gonna go grab a bite because I'm so hungry, and let life continue to drag me through the trenches. But I hope you guys are doing well and I hope you guys are keeping safe, and I'll catch you at some point whenever my next video is.